This episode of Deadliest Warrior has bothered me since college when I watched it. The reason it's bothered me so many years is because the fight scene is so bad. It doesn't stack up to even what they tested. So for those of you who don't know, Deadliest Warrior is a show where they pit fighters from different eras and say who's strongest. And they compare their weapons. They might even compare their tactics, their X factors. And then they end it by showing a fight scene. Of course, the fight scene is a representation of a computer algorithm that simulates however many battles.
Simulate 1,000 battles using a computer program developed by Slytherin Studios.
This episode, they didn't put any work into it. So let's take a look. First of all, that type of tea culture didn't exist during Sun Tzu's time. So again, Sun Tzu, right? Sun Tzu. I think at the time he probably was known as Sun Wu. So Sun Wu did not have tea culture. Tea culture was more Tang Dynasty and later. So this like having the whole pot, the whole kabang of the tea didn't exist back then. So this is called an anachronism. You just associate Chinese culture with tea. So yeah, our Sun Tzu is going to just be drinking tea like this. Nope. Tea did exist back then, but not like this. Not this type of, boil into the pot, put some leaves. Nope. I don't know about you people. Did it get a little too close? How did our warrior Sun Tzu not be able to see that? He's like right there. He was so into his tea, right? He must have been drinking some kind of tea that was a sedative or something. So our man's using the repeating crossbow, which may or may not have even existed during his time. But let's just say it existed because, again, during the era that Sun Tzu existed, there was a lot of innovation in battlefield tactics, philosophy, science, etc. There was a lot of schools of thought, a lot of little nations. Usually we associate the repeating crossbow and its invention by Kong Ming, aka Zhuge Liang. For those of you who've played Age of Empires, you know about the Chukanu. So Chukanu means Zhuge Nu because Zhuge Liang, a famous strategist from later on in Chinese history, invented a very famous repeating crossbow. Whether or not the repeating crossbow existed in some iteration in Sun Tzu's time, why did he only fire 2 arrows? Isn't the whole point of the repeating crossbow you could fire like 6, 7, 8, 10 arrows? Why didn't you just spam him with arrows? He fired 2 arrows and ran away. What are you doing? This part's just so fail. You were shooting him point blank and you shot at his armor. You didn't shoot at his face. On top of this, earlier in this episode, they tested the flaming arrow. And the whole point of the flaming arrows, you're trying to light an entire area. So I don't know why they didn't follow what they tested. If he were to fire, why not plant flammable material in that whole area, fire on that flammable area and burn Vlad so he can't escape if you miss, right? Isn't that the whole point of the flaming arrow? First of all, why didn't he fire more arrows from atop the tree? He only had 1 arrow, and then he jumps down right in front of Vlad and gets Vlad's spear stuck in him. And instead of pulling out the sword, his jian, which was right there, he first breaks the polearm, and then he crescent kicks Vlad in the face. When he had a sword, he could have ended it here, chopped off his head. Ridiculous. So that was their attempt to show some of Sun Tzu's tactical thinking. But too little, too late. He already made the dumbest mistakes and he has half his leg disabled. So how is he going to win this fight? And I'm not going to spoil the ending. If you guys really want to watch it, watch the rest of the cringe yourself. I don't want to spoil this, but you obviously can see who the fight is in favor of already, right? These two are supposed to be good warriors, especially Sun Tzu. Why is he making such amateur mistakes? He had so many opportunities to off his opponent and He just completely did it wrong. So guys, go watch the rest of this. I might analyze the full fight scene on Fight Commentary Breakdowns for those of you who watch this on one of my other channels. Maybe this is a preview. Maybe this is just the first half. I'll see if I feel inspired to watch the rest of this and cringe myself out even more. Let me know what you guys think, man. Did you watch the show back in the day? I know a lot of guys back in the day love the show, but I know a lot of us found the fight scenes very cringe. Talk to you guys soon. If you guys like this type of breakdown, let me know. I'm still exploring this channel. I'm still exploring content, so I don't know what type of stuff will hit, but we will have more. Talk to you guys soon. Leave your comments. Give me feedback. It really helps me make better content. All right, bye-bye.